Hello students, welcome back to my class, English class. I'm your English teacher, Ashik Rahman, with you to take your today's lesson, that is Tiger King by Kalki. This Tiger King is from the textbook from Vistas, chapter number 2. So in our last class, we have covered our part 1 and a few information of part 2 of the textbook, Vistas chapter number 2. So this chapter has been divided into 5 parts. See students, in my last chapter that I have taught you, that was third level. That was single text, but I have divided it into 3 parts. But here this chapter is already divided into 5 parts, or seen as it is drama or play it is done. So I have covered till here in the part number 1. So today we'll be initiating from part number 2. Students, listen, this is an English class. So many people are there who are teaching English subject in Hindi for better understanding. I believe the students must listen, must understand English. That will help there for the development of speaking, reading, and listening skills. Both, all the 3 skills will be developing if you are able to use your listening skills properly, because that will help you for a vocabulary section also. So Hindi is your mother tongue, or it may be a national language. Okay, fine, I pay respect to it, but when I talk about teaching English, you must use it, or you must speak it in English only. So students, so that's why I hope you'll be helping, or you'll be getting a better platform of learning English in English only, not in Hindi, not in Odia, or any other local language. So come on students, today we'll begin our session within a minute or within seconds. So just before beginning, if you're a new user, please subscribe my channel, or please press bell icon to my video, whatever you're watching, and do comment or do share your views as per your interest. So students, I hope you'll be enjoying the class, and I hope so it will be a benefiting, or it will be a good class, a good time for you. That is the Tiger King. Okay, so just begin. Yeah, welcome back students to our English class, and today's topic is Tiger King by Kalki. In our last class we have covered part 1, how the Tiger King got his name, what is about the secret of the title, and what is about secret how the 10-day baby starts speaking. Various names we got from this text to see the different names here. These names is describing about the quality of the hero, the protagonist, that is Jilani Jangjang Bahadur, Jamidar, Khiledar, Major, Satyabai Graha, Maharaja Diraja. These are the so many names we are able to see about the Tiger King. So in our last class we got about the definition of who is Tiger King, so about his power, and about a small boy who has been called as Jilani Jangjang Bahadur, means 10 days baby. Okay, so how he starts speaking, we are able to know. So in the part 2, let's come to the part 2. Before coming to the part 2, we are able to see that Crown Prince Jangjang Bahadur, he challenged our chief astrologer, that definitely let tigers be aware, means that this baby is challenging the tiger. He's not afraid of this wild beast. So we are able to witness this all informations in our last class. Let's begin part number 2. Crown Prince Jangjang Bahadur grew taller, stronger day by day. No other miracle marked his childhood days, apart from the event already described. The event that I described in the beginning, that was the only miracle that happened, but no other miracle we are able to witness in the upcoming days of Jilani Jangjang Bahadur. So how was the means this boy was grown, how the boy lifestyle was, how the boy was taken means in a different style, lifestyle, everything we are able to see this period where the writer has written it is a British period where the king ruled was under the Britishers, and in the British system means British means English, and the boy drank the milk of English cow bought up by an English nanny, tutored in English by Englishmen. So everything in English style. Okay, saw nothing but English films, exactly as the crown prince of all other Indian states did. So during that time, students, so the system was it was under the British rule, and total English system was adopted by all the Britishers, means all the East states or the states king. So similarly, this Jilani Jangjang Bahadur Crown Prince was done in the same way. When he came at the age of 20, mark it down yesterday, means in the last class I've said it. When he came in the age of 20, the state which he had been with the coat of wards until then came into hands. So it was referred this prince will be the king here. And when he was at the age of 20, he came to the throne, he came to the power, he was the king again. And he heard when what he heard when he was at the age of 20. So see in the next paragraph, students. So what is the writer narrating here? But everyone in the kingdom remembered the astrologer's prediction. So as chief astrologer predicted that the child will die. The child will die. 10-day baby said, Mr. Astrologer, this is all know that this is the reality of life. You did not say that, but you should give a proof how and why and where I will die. So the astrologer explained the timing as you're born, it's the time of hour of bull. The bull is the enemy of tiger, so tiger will be the reason for your death. So this was the reason shared by the chief astrologer. Okay. But everyone in the kingdom remember the astrologer's prediction. Many continue to discuss the matter. Slowly it came to the Maharaja's ear. Eventually it came to the ears of Maharaja. See, and the things happen whenever things happen. People remember the issues. People remember the things, and they speak when there's a problem. And there's another event. They speak about it. See, that thing happened the last time. Similarly, when he started growing up, when he came to the throne, people started speaking. This Maharaja will die by a tiger. So there was innumerable forest in the Pratibandhampuram state. So in the Pratibandhampuram, there was an innumerable forest. There was many forest. They had tigers in them. Maharaja knew the old saying, you may kill, underline it, you may kill even a cow in self-defense. See the line here, the prediction, the Maharaja, remember how powerful this was. This Maharaja was. He can even kill a cow in self-defense. So there could certainly be no objection to killing tigers in self-defense. So he used the same formula that even he can kill in self-defense a cow, similarly he can kill a tiger in self-defense. So the Maharaja started out a tiger, and so he started searching for a tiger. So he went for hunting a tiger. Okay, so I hope the students understood here the paragraph. 2 paragraphs I've taught you. I hope you're able to understand. The next paragraph, the Maharaja was thrilled beyond means. This means Maharaja was very much excited when he killed his first tiger. So he killed with the same method what he was aware about self-defense. He can kill easily a tiger. So he sent the state astrologer and showed him the dead beast. So he presented in front of the astrologer the dead beast that as he has killed the tiger. So what do you say now? He demanded. What do you say? Okay. What do you say? I am able to kill the tiger. Your Majesty, means with the honor, with the respect, means as he's the astrologer, chief astrologer. He may be chief astrologer, but he's talking in front of whom? Who is he? He is a king. And the same manner, same respect is needed to talk to a king. So Your Majesty may kill 99 tigers in exactly the same manner. So you can use the same power, you can use the same skill to kill 99 tigers. But the astrologer drawled Means astrologer remained with the word but. There was a question mark there. He did not made it the statement clear. There's something pause, something exclamation, something question mark, something doubt is there. But what? Speak without fear. See, the astrologer is speaking in front of the king. If he did some mistakes, he may be killed, he may be in trouble, he may be in some problem because his words are valuable right now in front of the king. But the king is saying, speak without fear. Don't fear. You can speak very clearly to me. But you must be very careful with 100 tiger. The words were, come on, alarming. Come on, a threatening. Come on, you can kill 99 tigers. You might be aware. Be careful. Okay, from the 100 tiger, this was like a threatening. The tiger king might take it. So, what is the reply of tiger king? See, what if the 100 tiger were also killed? What happened? What you will do if I'll kill 100 tiger like this? Then I will tear up all my books on astrology, set fire to them, and you see he's speaking in front of him again. If I'll do it, then what you'll do? Okay. So as we have a challenge with a friend, if I'll do this, what you'll do? What you'll give me? So it's not a talking with a friend; it's a talking in front of a Maharaja Pratibandhampuram. Okay, he's at the age of 20, very young, very powerful, very dynamic, alarming blood, burning blood, dangerous blood. So this man is quite in a different state. So he have to talk very trickily in front of the Maharaja. If anything went wrong, Maharaja can take any decision and that could be very harmful for this chief astrologer. You can see in the picture how the astrologer has just joined two hands in front of the Maharaja with a bowing head, very respectful manner, in a very respectful way. He's talking to the king. Okay, you can see the picture. Okay, then the man replies, I will tear up all my books on astrology, set to them on fire. Okay, he will set those books on fire, he'll burn his books, and I shall cut off my tuft. As the Pandit, you know, they have the tuft at the back. Okay, like a ponytail, they make their hair. Okay, small hair at the Pandit, they have, the astrologers they have. Similarly, I'll cut off my tuft, crop my hair short, I'll make my hair short and become an insurance agent. So like a common man, I'll leave my job, I'll leave my profession, I'll be an astrologer, I'll leave that job, that profession, I'll be an insurance agent. The astrologer finish on an incoherent note, an intangible note, in a very different manner. He did not give a very clear statement. If I'll do this, I'll you do to me. So it's a long journey, and if you make uncertain term and condition in front of the king, then king will be angry. Then he might be in trouble. So that's why he's talking a very different manner, and he present the words in very differently in front of the king. Okay, so this is about, I think so, this is the end of the part number 2. I hope you're able to understand how the king has been brought up and how he's taken care. Okay, let's begin the part number 3. I hope students here are able to understand part number 2. Let's begin part number 3. From that day onwards, it was celebration time for all the tigers inhabiting Pratibandhampuram. See, it's another kind of statement. Here we can say a different statement has been used. Okay, and whether it is a real celebration for the tiger or what kind of celebration we are talking about. Let's see. From that day onwards, it was celebration time for all inhabiting tiger. Okay, and the state banned humor statement. Okay, this is humorous statements. Okay, so what the humor behind it? Let's see in the coming up in the other lines. The state banned tiger hunting by anyone except the Maharaja. Means the tiger hunting, tiger will be killed. No one will kill, but only Maharaja will. Pratibandhampuram will kill the tiger. Okay, once there's no celebration. Means there's only the bad time for them, but the celebration that no other will kill, only the Maharaja will kill. So be ready to be killed by Maharaja. This is the celebration. It's not really a celebration time. Okay, I hope this kind of humor or this is so many humors will be have been used in the chapters. Okay, the state banned tiger hunting by anyone except the Maharaja. State ban tiger hunting by anyone. Anyone means there is no one can hunt tiger, means only tiger can hunt the Maharaja can hunt the tiger. Okay, I hope you're able to understand me. So these lines are very clear to you students. So who will only hunt? Maharaja, the Pratibandhamapuram, the Tiger King can only hunt the tiger. So no one is allowed to hunt. Okay, a proclamation was issued to the effect that if anyone dared to fling such as a stone at a tiger, all his wealth and property would be confiscated. Confiscated means seized. Okay, if someone dare, you see another notice has been shared in the state, another issues, another information has been shared in the state that if anyone dare to throw a stone towards a tiger, then wealth, property, everything will be seized. They won't be enjoying their lifestyle properly, so they will be in trouble. So no one is allowed to even a single stone towards a tiger. So Maharaja Bodh, he would attend all other matters only after killing the 100 tigers. So he'll attend the event, he'll attend any other event of his kingdom after the what? Killing 100 tiger. I mean, see, the Maharaja of a kingdom is a very responsible man. He has a responsibility of his state people. So see, he is very ignorant, for he has become selfish. He's not paying attention. He's killing the hundreds of animals, and he is not looking towards the people because for his self, what he is selfish. For being selfish, we can say the Maharaja has become selfish because he want to only kill the tiger for his self benefit. For his self benefit means what is the benefit for him? If he is going to kill the tiger, tiger won't kill him, for or he's afraid of dying. That may be the reason, one of the reason. So he's the superior, powerful. That's he want to show. That may be another reason. So that's why. So only the Maharaja killed 100 tiger. No, he has taken a vow until unless after killing he will pay attention to the work of his kingdom. People who are in problem, who are in need, he will listen to them until unless he will not pay attention to any issues, any matter of his kingdom. Initially, the king seemed well set to realize his ambition. Initially, he did his job very nicely. That not that he faced no danger. There was no danger. He's not killing an ant, he's killing a tiger. So definitely he'll be facing some danger. So he faced some danger. What were? Let's see. There were times when the bullet missed his mark. Okay. There were times where so he used to use bullet. So bullet has missed tiger. It did not hit the tiger. So what happened during that time? The tiger leapt upon him and fought the beast with his bare hands. So he'll throw the what? The bullet, the gun that what he has sucked towards him, he will throw, he will not use that here, and he will jump towards the tiger, he will fight in the same process, self-defense, and he will kill the tiger with the bare hand. Each time the Maharaja who owned, each time he has shown his power and killed the tiger. Okay. So at another time he was in danger of losing his throne. There was a situation arrived. What was the situation here? He was in danger. Why? Because losing his throne, because he was not allowing anyone to kill tiger in his kingdom. So as during that time it was a British rule. Okay, a high-ranking British official visited Pratibandhamapuram. Okay, we have read about this character in the character list. A high-ranking British officer visited Pratibandhamapuram. Okay, in the character list, in the introduction part of the chapter introduction video, I have shared it. You want to know about the characters, you can go to the introduction video and you can see the introduction of the chapter. From very beginning to the last, you can understand how and what happens and what will happen. Right now you can get the idea and you can come back and see here again the videos in the YouTube channel. Okay. He was very fond of hunting tigers. Okay, who is fond of hunting tigers? The British high-ranking officer. And fond of being photographed with the tiger he had shot. So he was interested to take a photograph with a shot tiger. Okay, the tiger he has killed, with the tiger he wanted to take a photograph. As usual, he wished to hunt tiger in Pratibandhamapuram. So he wished to kill a tiger where? In Pratibandhamapuram. So as usually, whenever they had an interest, they used to kill a tiger in the Pratibandhamapuram. So similarly, he showed his has shown his interest to kill him, Pratibandhan. But the Maharaja was firm in his resolve. He was very much firm in his resolve. He was very much strict to his target, whatever he has targeted to do it. He refused permission. Okay, even he refused permission to whom? The British officer, high-ranking officer. So I can organize what is the information, humor here over here. See, mark it down, underline in your textbook. I can organize other hunt. You may go for a boar hunt. You may conduct a mouse hunt. We are ready for a mosquito hunt, but tiger hunt, that impossible. That is impossible. Okay, that is not possible. Here he refused it. He may arrange what? Boar hunt, mouse hunt, mosquito hunt, but tiger hunt is not possible. So he's not giving permission to any of the hunt. This is another humor statement. He's rejecting that he's not going to allow anyone to do the tiger hunt here. So this is a humor hunt, humor over here. The boar means pig. You may go for pig hunt. You may go for mosquito, mouse hunt or mosquito hunt, but no permission for the tiger hunt. See, in those days, tiger hunting is a big power, symbol of power, privilege, superiority, and killing a tiger. I have killed a tiger. So that's why those were the high-ranking British officers. They want to show their power, taking photographs with and they used to adorn this photo on their walls like the tiger skin. So similarly, that was a big prestige for them. So here, similarly, he rejected this British officer. So that's why by rejecting, he was thinking that he was in the danger of losing his throne. The opening lines here. What is the reason of losing his throne? These are the reasons. To save this problem, what he is doing, see, look at here. The British officer's secretary sent word to Maharaja. Okay, so a British officer secretary sent word to Maharaja through Diwan that Durai is a Tamil name, respect to the senior officer. Okay, senior officer Durai himself did not have to kill the tiger. So he is saying that he sent the information through Diwan that Durai is not interested to kill. The Maharaja could do the actual killing. He was important. What was important to the Durai was a photograph of himself holding the gun, standing over the tiger's carcass. With the tiger's dead body, the Durai want to take the photograph. Maharaja may go for killing. So this was another information. Another information was sent to Maharaja by Diwan, through Diwan from British Secretary high rank officers. They sent the information. Okay, but the Maharaja would not agree even to this proposal. He was not agree to this proposal also. If he relent now, so what was the thought of Maharaja? Look, see, try to understand. If he relented now, means if he's allowing one of them, what would he would do if other British officers turn up for tiger hunts? So if other Britishers will come, so he cannot deny everyone as he has allowed him. So that's why he's denying him even that I cannot, means he don't want to allow anyone to come for tiger hunt. So, and I hope students here are able to understand till this paragraph. Because he prevented a British officer from fulfilling his desire. Okay, he prevented whom? A British officer from fulfilling his desire. The Maharaja stood in danger of losing his kingdom. So as he rejected British officer to fulfill his desire, similarly his throne, his position was in danger. So his kingdom was in danger. So Maharaja and the Diwan held deliberations over the issues. So they went for a discussion. What to do, what not to do on this issue. As a result, telegram was dispatched forthwith to a big famous British company of jewelers in Calcutta. So Maharaja Pratibandhanpuram has sent a mail, telegram, a dispatch to the famous British company of jewelers in Calcutta. Sent some of expensive diamond rings for different designs. So he asked them to send the different diamond rings of different design from Calcutta. Okay, so Calcutta was famous during that time, and we can get everything from Calcutta from during that time, and even at present also. So they have ordered from Calcutta. Some 50 rings arrived. How many rings? 50 rings, underline it, mark it down. 50 rings arrived. The Maharaja sent the whole lot to the British officer's good lady. The British officer's good lady, he sent all the lot, means all the 50 rings. The king and the minister expected the Duraisani to choose one or two ring and send the rest back. So they wanted Duraisani will choose, means the wife of, whose wife? Yes, tell me. The wife of the high-ranking British officers. They are the Duraisani. Okay, the high-ranking British officers' wife known as Duraisani. The king and the minister expected the Duraisani to choose one or two rings and send the rest back. Okay, to send the rest back. So that was their plan. See, students, the king, Tiger King, want to save his place. Okay, want to save his kingdom by offering the good ladies near about 50 rings. The king and the minister expected the Duraisani to choose one or two rings and send the rest back. Okay, so see, the omen, the nature is 90% the greedy nature. If you offer, means, suppose for example, you might have seen it, if they go to purchase something in the shop, their interest will be there, I should purchase all the goods from the shop. So similarly, but as per their needs, they have to purchase it. Similarly, if you offer so many things, no one will leave. This is the human nature even. Okay, so similarly, what this lady did it, the king and the minister expected the Durai to choose one or two rings, send the rest back. Within no time, all the Duraisani sent her reply. Thank you very much for your gift. Means all the 50 rings were taken by all the Duraisani. Okay, from all the Duraisani, all the good ladies, they were greedy. These Duraisani were the greedy. The women are the greedy, and their greedy nature, we are able to see they have taken all the rings and they have stated, thank you for your gifts. Okay, in 2 days, a bill for 3 lakh of rupees came from the British jewelers. The Maharaja was happy that though he had lost 3 lakh of rupees, he had managed to retain his kingdom. Okay, so he was happy. The Maharaja was very much happy. He has managed to save his kingdom by paying 3 lakhs rupees. Okay, so in that period of time, 3 lakh is similar to 3 crores at present, or more than that, it might be near about 30 crore or even. So you can understand how these selfish king was, how the kings were selfish to save their life. They did not bother about the kingdom, they did not bother about anything. So till here in the part number 3, I have completed, students. Just look into it. I'm giving a minute or two. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. I'll help you out to clear doubts. Then we'll begin from part number 2. Okay. So just I'm giving you a minute or two, and I'll clear doubts. Write it down if you have any doubts in your message box. Okay. Yeah, students, I hope there's no doubt. If there's doubt, you can anytime you can contact me. I'm there for your service to help you all with the doubts, to clear your doubts, students. And let's begin part number 4. And we are able to see the Maharaja was happy that he had lost 3 lakhs rupees and he's managed to retain his kingdom. So how the selfish king he is. And the part number 4 begins. The Maharaja's tiger hunt continued to be highly successful. So the Tiger King, we know that we are reading the chapter Tiger King. So Maharaja's tiger hunt continued to be highly successful. So he was very much success. He was getting success in killing the tiger. Within 10 years, how many years? 10 years, he was able to kill 70 tigers. Okay, within 10 years, he has completed killing 70 tigers. And then an unforeseen hurdle brought his mission to stand still. So there was a problem and he faced problem and the process of killing was stopped. The tiger population became extinct in the forest of Pratibandhampuram. So there was scarcity of tiger. See, yeah, definitely. If someone will kill one species in this world, in this universe, that particular species will not be available. Okay, so won't be available that particular species. Similarly, that was the same condition over here. The species was not available. Okay, the species was not available in this earth, and means earth we can say same. If you go on killing, then that will be the problem. So here the similar problem comes here. There was a scarcity of that species. Okay, so we can see the problems if you start killing a particular animal. So here the same situation. There was no animals in the Pratibandhanpura. Who knows whether tigers practice birth control or committed harakiri? Okay, so the human, they do the birth control. They don't. Some countries, some they have the restrictions, one or two child. So here it's a humor over here. They have gone for birth control. So that's why there's a no availability of tiger. Or harakiri. Harakiri means a ritual of suicide practice in Japan. Okay, so harakiri, there's a common practice of, we see here also. There's a lack of thing, and it's a harakiri. It's not a English term here. It's a Japanese term. It's a Japanese term. It's a common practice of suicide. So here's another doubt here, whether the narrator is marking question mark, whether tiger has gone for making a birth control or committed harakiri means suicide, or simply run away from the state because they desire to be shot by British hands alone, or they have left the state because they want to be killed by British hands, not by the king. These are the reasons. That's why they have left the Pratibandhanpura. Okay, students, I hope you're able to understand till here. One day the Maharaja sent for Diwan. Okay, one day Maharaja sent for Diwan. Diwan Sahib, aren't you aware of the fact that 30 tigers still remain to be shot down by the gun of mine? Okay, so you know the Maharaja is a Maharaja, so Maharaja called Diwan that my still gun is there. So you see, when you talk to someone, discuss with something in the movies and all, you might have seen it, holding the king holding the gun or hero holding the gun, pointing and making a joke and trying to afraid the Maharaja superior one, the under the superior one, the inferiors work it. So the Diwan was under the Maharaja. Okay, so he was working under him. So how he is the Maharaja is pointing, how he is making him scene look very different. So it's a try to understand the scene here. One day the Maharaja sent for Diwan. Diwan said, aren't you aware of the fact that 30 tigers still remains? He has killed 70 tigers and 30 tigers still there in the to be killed. So he asks, brandishing his gun, means producing or showing the gun towards the Diwan. Okay, if I'll show the gun towards you, you'll be afraid. Put down the gun. It is very risky. The bullet can come out and your life may be in danger. Similarly, the Maharaja's gun was brandishing, means was brandishing his gun, means he was pointing towards the whom? Diwan. So he was afraid. Shuddering at the sight of the gun, means he was in front of the gun. Diwan cried out, Your Majesty, I'm not a tiger. Your Majesty, your respected Diwan, your honorable Diwan, say honorable Maharaja. Okay, my respected Maharaja, I'm not a tiger. These were the words said by the Diwan. Which idiot would call you a tiger? Maharaja is saying, which idiot will call you a tiger? No, I'm not a gun. No, I'm not a gun. You are neither tiger nor gun. Diwan Sahib, I summoned you here for different purpose. Okay, I notice you. I give a issue. I issue a notice. Okay, for different purpose. You're neither a tiger nor a gun. I have decided to get married. Okay, the Maharaja is saying I decided to get married. The divan began to babble even more. He was again nervous, confused. He started babbling. Started confused. He started fumbling. The words were not clear comingly. What the Maharaj is speaking? You want to get married? Your Majesty, I have two wives already. Okay, Diwan is saying, I'm married and I have two wives already. If I marry you, okay, the Diwan is saying, see, how Diwan is already married and he is having two wives. How it's possible? I will marry you. Okay, he says and he continues, takes a pause, dotted line symbols. He's continuing and he's in a dilemma, he's in confusion what to speak. Don't talk nonsense. Why should I marry you? I want is a tiger. Okay, the marriage purpose here is also to get tiger. See the selfish tiger, not for his self-satisfaction, not his growth of life, not the development of his city, not the development of kingdom, not the development of his people, but for his getting what? Tigers, he want to get married. What I want is a tiger. Your Majesty, please think it over. Your ancestors were married to the shod. Okay, Diwan is saying your ancestors were married to the shod. If you like, marry the gun. He's suggesting if you want, marry the gun. He's suggesting who? The Diwan is suggesting if you want, you can marry to a gun. Your ancestors were married to the shod. In the ancient days, it was happening. The superior, what the power they have, they show them they do that kind of marriage. They have a bond. They create a bonding with that power. Okay, a tiger king is more than enough for the state. It does not need a tiger king as well. Okay, this that was the words of Divan. Tiger king is enough. We don't need a tiger king. The Maharaja gave a loud crack of laughter. Okay, he started laughing. I'm not thinking of marrying either a tiger or a gun. Okay, he is not interested to marry to a tiger, nor to or to a gun. Okay, what he is interesting, but a girl from a ranks of human beings, from a normal ranks of human beings, maybe a superior to the human beings. From she should not be a common girl. She should be like a royal girl from a royal family. She should be okay. First, you may draw up statistics of your population in different native states. Next, you may investigate if there is a girl I can marry in the royal family of a state with a large tiger population. So he's asking Divan to get statistics, tally, make a calculation from where there's a number of tigers are available, in which state the numbers of tigers are available. So he will get married to that state only. Okay. And what is the reason again of marriage? To get a tiger and to continue his tiger hunting. The Divan followed his orders. He found the right girl from a state which possessed a large number of tigers. Okay, so which possessed large number of tigers. Maharaja Jangjang Bahadur killed 5 or 6 tigers each time he visited his father-in-law. Each time, whenever he visited his father-in-law, his kingdom, he killed how many tigers? 5 or 6 tigers each time. In this manner, he killed 99 tigers skinned adorn the walls of reception halls in Pratibandhampuram palace. So like that, he was successful of killing 99 tigers. See, my dear students, you are able to understand how the powerful king he was. And he is successfully killing 99 tigers. Okay, so he killed 99 tigers, and this is all about till here, part number 4. We have done it. Okay, so we started today with the part number 2, the growth of the tiger king, how he was brought up in the age of 20, what was he doing, what did he understood, he came in power. He started killing first in 20, he presented in front of the chief astrologer. And the astrologer said that you can kill 99 tiger in this way, but 100 tiger will be very difficult. You'll be aware of 100 tiger. So he said that if I kill 100 also, he gave the reason I will leave this profession and I'll become a insurance agent. Part number 3, we saw the Tiger King made a restriction for all of them. No one can kill tigers. He is going to kill only tigers in Pratibandhampuram. Okay, he is going to kill all the tigers in Pratibandhampuram No one will kill tigers in Pratibandhampuram. So this was his message for everyone. So it was not celebration time for a Tiger King. It was really a panic situation. So all the tigers are going to be killed. So he happily he killed all, and the situation came down. There was no tiger in his kingdom. Okay, and even for restricting others, he was in problem that he have to pay 3 lakhs rupees to save his kingdom, offering the gifts to the royal princess. Royal princess refers to whom? The highly officials of the British ranking officer, Miss Durai Sani. Okay, so he paid him and they took all the kings and the rings and they said it, thank you. This is the scene, this is the happenings, what happened in the part number 2 and 3. In the part number 4 beginning, we saw that the Maharaja said it, that if you needed what, if you want, in the part number 3, if you want any hunting, he can go for, arrange for anything, but no tiger hunt. So tiger hunt is continued by this Tiger King only, and he killed 70 tigers successfully. There was no tiger in his kingdom. So for this reason, he want to get married. There's a talk with the divan, and there's a little bit humor here related to the marriage, related to the arranging the arranging the tiger. So there was humor here. So we come to an end here, page number 13 for this class today. Next class will begin from page number 14, means part number 5, last part of our textbook. Okay, so students, if you have any doubt, anything, you can write it down personally, and definitely I'll help you out. I'll be, if I'm going fast, if I'm going slow, if I have any message, any information from your side to me, please update me, please share it to me, I'll help you out. Please subscribe my channel below, and if you're a new viewer, please like my video, and definitely I'll update you. Thank you, students. If you have any doubt, write in the chat box message. Thank you, students. Please write it down. Okay, thank you.